All right, we move on. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 10-4, 4-3 on the road at Carolina Panthers 5-9, 2-5 at home at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's beautiful in Charlotte, 68 Fahrenheit, mostly sunny, 8 miles per hour on Sunday. We have this Tampa squad opening up as 13-point favorites after the debacle at home against the Saints. They're now 10.5-point favorites. This total opened up at 48 after the debacle and all the injuries to the Buccaneers. They're now at 44. Is that 44 or 44 and a half? 44. Wow. So we have a 4-point drop in the total there. Buccaneers coming off that shocking 9-0 shutout loss at home to the Saints. They lost to the Saints for the 7th straight time in the regular season. Now, there is a playoff win in there, but 4 straight with Brady under center. Number 1 passing and scoring offense shut out. Brady's streak of 255 consecutive starts, including playoff games, without being shut out is over. Tom Brady was 26 of 48 for 214 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. He also lost a fumble. He also looked angry and dejected, and he just looked like he let go and he was just going to lose. I mean, he looked angry. He didn't look passive, but he didn't have fight in him. Chris Godwin caught 6 passes for 49 yards, but left with a torn ACL in the second quarter. His season is over. Leonard Fournette ran 9 times for 34 yards, caught 7 passes for 33 yards before leaving with a hamstring injury in the third quarter, and he could go on the IR. Mike Evans left in the second quarter with a hamstring injury. Ronald Jones replaced Fournette and ran 8 times for 63 yards. Levante David, 11 tackles, 3 for loss and a sack, and he injured his foot. The defense finished with 2 sacks, 3 quarterback hits. Safety Jordan Whitehead returned to the lineup after missing 2 games, but safety Antoine Winfield with a foot injury, cornerback Jamal Dean with the illness, and quarterback Richard Sherman were all inactive. So Godwin is done. Antonio Brown had his suspension lifted Monday, so he should be in the lineup. Brashard Perryman could return from the reserve COVID list prior to the game Sunday. We'll have to wait and see. Mike Evans had the hamstring strain, but they say he has a chance to play in Week 16. Winfield, Sherman, and Dean are still just listed as questionable. Fournette is going to miss time. So Fournette is very unlikely to play. And then Levante David, we still don't have an update. And Patrick O'Connor is dealing with a knee injury. Defensive end Patrick O'Connor. Wow. Now the Panthers. Let's let Birdie lead us into the Panthers breakdown. Says, how is Matt Rule still coaching in the NFL? He has absolutely no clue. DJ Big Boss says, I'm not putting another nickel on Cam. And Tasha says, who says if Sam plays? Terry Walker says if Sam plays Carolina, yes, Sam Darnold is capable or possible to be in the lineup here. Panthers coming off their 4th straight loss, 31-14 at the Bills on Sunday. Cam Newton lost his 12th straight start as a Panther. Hasn't led Carolina to a victory since November 4th, 2018. 18 of 38 for 156 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Also ran 15 times for 71 yards and a touchdown. So he did extend his NFL record by scoring a TD rushing and TD passing for the 44th time in his career. Also extended his streak of scoring a TD rushing to 5 consecutive games. That matches the NFL record for a quarterback set by Kyler Murray last year. Darnold has cleared. He's allowed to take contact reps. Amber Abdullah caught 4 passes for 48 yards and a touchdown. DJ Moore caught 6 passes for 48 yards. Yatur Gross-Matos had 2.5 sacks, 2.5 of the team's 4 sacks. Jeremy Chin had 7 tackles and a pick. But Zane Gonzalez got hurt before the game on the field kicking. He had a quad injury. We don't know the extent of it. Right guard John Miller returned after missing 2 games with an ankle injury. That helps. But defensive tackle Derek Brown has been placed on the COVID list. And Matt Rule said that A.J. Bouye will try and play. He's going to try and play. Brady says the Bucs signed Le'Veon Bell today. Yeah, I did see that. And there's Mr. Gokster in the house. All right, here we go. Bebsie. Will the Buccaneers bounce back? Is 10 a nice low number for them to bounce back? Or did they really get hurt against the Saints? And are they just going to be able to sneak a win here in Carolina? Take it away.
Look, those are some mega injuries. Losing Evans, Godwin, and Fournette all in one game that's a lot to overcome, especially when your team has been bad on the road this year. So I still think it's too many points given the injuries. Now, they still have Gronkowski. They're getting Antonio Brown back. Tom coming off a terrible game is usually not – it's not smart to bet against Tom Brady after a horrible game. So for that reason, I'm going to pass. If you could have got you said it opened at 13.5?
Yeah. That was before the game.
Yeah, that could have been a lot nicer, but yeah, I just listen. You can't bet the Bucs on the road. It's been terrible for you this year if you're doing that. But like I said, Tom coming off an embarrassing loss where he poopied his pantsies and yelled at the coach and threw his tablet and acted like the sucky baby, poor loser that he always is. But no, he's going to bounce back and he's going to have a good game, even though this Carolina Panthers team is they still have a very good defense. Their offense is horrendous. Cam Newton needs to never play football again. That out route throw that he threw was terrible. It didn't even look like a professional athlete, let alone a professional quarterback. A former league MVP threw that. He's got to retire so that we can kind of remember good Cam and not just this embarrassing Cam. I think Curtis Berry said, "Is he an auto fade at this point?" Kinda. So it's a pass for me. I can't bet Tampa on the road. I can't bet the Panthers. So,
What do you think about if Darnold is under center?
certainly would give me some more hope in the Panthers. I think I would definitely lean Panthers that way if he's back. But also, if he's just getting cleared for contact now, do we find out what the Panthers really think of him? Because if they throw him out there in this meaningless game and he's not 100%, they're basically saying that they're done with him as well. Which I would understand if they are, but it would give me a little more confidence in the Panthers, but probably not enough to bet them.
And 19% of the tickets on the Panthers, 28% of the cash. So some bigger bets coming in on the Panthers. Then you have 40% of tickets and 86% of cash on the under. B-Ball says this total should be 39.5. It looks fishy at 44. Well, what do you think of the under in this game?
Yeah, I can see the under given the sheer number of injuries to Tampa and the fact that they've been bad on the road, and the fact that Carolina can't move the ball at all. So I agree that it's fishy, but the under would make the most sense.
I think the under might be a really good look here. Clearly the sharps are on it. B-Ball staring at it, and it's sitting right now at 44. So that 48 was from before the game. So, oh no, jeez, no, that's gone down. No, I can't bet it now. Whoa, I thought this was before the game. It wasn't. This opened up at 4:26 a.m. on Monday. Oh, of course. Sorry, because the Saints game was Monday night, not Sunday. What am I talking about? So then, of course. But it was going down all day.
It's very hard to keep track of when games were played this week because of all the COVID rescheduling.
Yeah, but yeah, wow. So, and look, Birdie betted at 47.5 on Monday. Okay, I can't take it at 44. Great bet, Birdie. Yeah, I cannot do that. Great stuff, Birdie. Okay, let's move on. I've just taken that off my card.